babachi, babachi, boom, babachi, babachi, fill the room, babachi, babachi, round we zoom, babachi, babachi, fill the room. Through the lasers we twist, we twirl, babachi energy takes the world, up to the beat like diamonds swirl, the babachi rhythm unfolds. Oh, babachi in the endless glow, electric love in the after show, babachi waves they ebb and flow, babachi calls, let's all go, go. Babachi, 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 oh, babachi, babachi, fill the room, babachi, babachi, fill the room. Babachi, 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 hey. It's babachi, time all day. Ooh. Babachi, 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 oh, babachi, babachi, fill the room, babachi, babachi, fill the room. Babachi, 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 hey. It's babachi, time all day. Step to the left and the glowing light, babachi, babachi, puffy all night. Glow 6 hands in the beat so tight, we bounce and groove till the morning white. Babachi, 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 boom, babachi, babachi, fill the room, babachi, babachi, round we zoom, babachi, babachi, fill the room. Babachi, 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 boom. Babachi, babachi, fill the room. Babachi, 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 boom, babachi, babachi, fill the room. Babachi, babachi, fill the room. Through the lasers we twist, we twirl, babachi energy takes the world, up to the beat like diamonds swirl, the babachi rhythm unfolds. Oh, babachi in the endless glow, electric love in the after show, babachi waves they ebb and flow, babachi calls, let's all go, go. Babachi, 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 fill the room.
Thank the Lord it's Thursday and we meet each other again. The VIP crew is ready for this virtual event. The seas might be rough but we will have a jolly time. Is everybody here? Are the avatars in line? There's so much going on in the NFT world. It seems like uncharted sea. Let Matthew and Grizzle guide us through. The speaker is ready and so are we. Let's keep sailing on the Metaverse. Thursday's when the lightning strikes. So listen up, there's a lot to learn. Keep the treasure in your sight. Please no one get the veggie draw. Just upgrade your microphone. Together we're strong, we ain't gonna stop. Welcome to the VIP Meetup.
Boom. So what up, y'all? Quick mic check. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah.
Thank you, Drago. What up, y'all? It's Matthew, aka Nifty Time, and we are back for the WIP. We're going to take another field trip this week. We're heading into Substrata with TheBeatMiner. Very excited for that, although my computer's already screaming at me. So hopefully we're going to have some screen sharing so folks can see all the goodness that's going on in there. So I'll be screen shares ahead of time from BeatMiner. It looks absolutely sick. Very excited for that. Before we get into that, though, quick shills, hot off the presses. The latest episode, the Matthew and Rizzle Show. Check that out. Another banger coming next week as well. Really excited for that. And then I don't know if it's in the ether, but there's been a group of people that I've been talking to recently, and the topic that has come up with in all those conversations is cryptovoxels. There's so much love still for cryptovoxels. There's some things happening behind the scenes that are hopefully going to make it great again. TBD on that, see if anything manifests there. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's time for all of us to go back home to cryptovoxels. Let's manifest that shit, y'all. Yeah. So outside of that, I think we're ready to get into everything for today's show. Last quick show. If you're over on the Purple app, it's Big Tip Thursday. Get your big tip jokes out and about in the chat. But if you're over there and you're on tipping, make sure you have the big tip Thursday action turned on in the Tip in Mini app. If you do that, all the tips that you're sending out are going to go into a big ass tip jar. I think we're around like $500 accrued so far. We're going to take those funds. If you win, you're going to split that with one lucky person that you liked on the timeline. And then there's going to be a big tip and buyback that will then get distributed to all the folks who tipped today. So everyone wins a little bit, tries to grow the pot, keep that number going up, heading forward. So check that out. All right. I'm going to shut my shilly mouth up right now so we can get into the damn show today with the TheBeatMiner. So Rizzle, dude, take this damn mic away from me and let's get the damn show started today.
Can I get a mic check? You sound all right?
Good,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh, yeah, right on. So first of all, what the fuck is Matt doing? Like cryptically acting like he has some sort of crypto voxels alpha and then just like trailing off like we, right? Like we all heard that. So anyway, Matt knows something and don't let him act like he doesn't because that was some bullshit. Anyway, shout out Fox Yoga Dragon Nate for holding down the pre-whip. Shout out Easy for logging in from the dentist office parking lot. I don't know that we're going to be able to get him into Substrata today, but we're gonna try and appreciate this man's effort. Also, shout out Joseph Goetz, aka Jose Cabrera. Just so you know, I talked to Easy about getting you on the whip because we need to talk about your experience and everything. Get some performances up here. But Easy's like, he's got all these teeth things going on. So, we're going to let him handle his business today and get you up in here. In the meantime, while I'm talking about things, I'm going to drop the link for Substrata in here because, yes, we're going to be hopping into this parcel. Look, you can tell me if you can get in. I have the client downloaded. You can get in on the web browser. We're going to try and get some screen sharing going on. We're going to try and get some racing going on. This is like a proper summer flow whip where it was like, can we do all these things, on the fly? And the answer is, I don't know. We're about to fucking find out together. So anyway, try to hop into Substrata, download the client while I'm running my mouth. It'll be worth it. I'm going to intro the TheBeatMiner. He's going to say something about what's going on here and give us an idea of how to get started here. So anyway, I'm going to kill some time and, there is an avatar button at the top. So there's like tabs, at least if you download the client, you can import your avatar. There's like a little tab thing at the top. So while you're doing that, click on all of our other shit. We have channels. If you missed last week with Z Creative, it's worth watching the episode and pretty much everything else that we've ever done. So block aside a shitload of time and watch all of our stuff. And even if you can't do that, pretend you did and click on everything and like and subscribe and help us beat the algorithm because that all sucks and is holding us back from being as awesome as we can be. Also, sign the guest book. We're going to be getting free gifts from Fabian and Patrizia today. They are typically rat themed, and I believe they are this week too. So it's worth it. Add to your rat pile in your wallet. Sign the guest book. We'll probably have some prizes on hand. Again, shout out Stella Cat who just unloaded a ridiculous amount. There we go. I knew I saw some rats earlier. Rats with race cars coming into your wallet. That's why you come here. If nothing else, if everything breaks and you're confused about what we're doing, you still get rats and race cars today. So sign the guest book. It's not that complicated. Plus prizes. Stella Cat still gave us a ton of shit from the Drifters project that I'm giving out to everybody. So do that. If you're in Hyperfi now, we're not going to be for long. Check the Substrata link that I dropped above. If that's not the right one, the TheBeatMiner will correct me, but you're still going to want to make sure you can get set up in there so you can try and race with us. And if you haven't been in Substrata in a while, it's worth exploring. It's one of these Web3 metaverses that's been out here for a long time that we can actually like bring all of our shit and then out of, and a lot of people we know have spent a lot of time building some awesome shit in there. So it's worth poking around. Like I said, this is just me having not been in there in a while and getting ready for this week. 0x Steady helped out. You guys know him from like back in the day. We had a bunch of whips in his place. So it's been a team effort. And we're going to just YOLO this thing. We don't know how it's going to turn out. Everything might break. Everything might crash. The cars might get lost. But, whatever. It's the whip. So let's see. we are going to do that. I'm going to pass the mic around, see if we can get a little commentary on what we're doing. We'll do some racing. Dragonade, if you could have some sort of racing music queued up for some point, that would be dope. And I think that's about everything. We'll take a groove shot at the end. We'll do some Q&A with Show. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. I don't know. Link. Okay, hang on. We'll get the Substrata link back in here. If you have a question for anybody that's speaking or anything that's going on, you want to tag SHO in the chat box, him, and he will relay those to those people. Here's the Substrata link. It should get you somewhere. And let's see, what else? We're almost there. Bear with me. We're going to take a group shot. We're going to try and cram everyone in Substrata. If we can't get in, we're going to try and do some screen sharing. I'm going to also try and task Dragonate with that on the fly. So this
with what? Say again.
Him up, and his mom is here. So if he's not able to do things, we tell his mom. If you don't know about us, you should know we're like Metaverse Public Broadcasting. This is our 10,000 year anniversary. You should donate all of your money to us at the WIP Meetup.eth. But in all seriousness, we have been doing this for 6+ years. Money gets chopped up amongst our crew. If you like to be like Stella Cat, Bully Meow, and a bunch of people who have given us stuff to give out to our audience loves stuff, and we love stuff, and we'll shout you out and appreciate your stuff. Yeah, I hear you, Drago. I'm just mowing right over you, dude. I'm sorry, man. Shout out to the crew who makes this happen every week. Foxy Yoga, Easy Paradox Show, Dragonate, Conwell the Stowaway, Brookhawk, the Chef, Fabiano, Patrizia, Fractilians, Johan, Matt, Metageist, 9/0, basically everybody else too. We're on a schedule here. We're trying to get to the thing. So I'm killing time so people can download this Substrata client, because everything honestly works better here. I am going to exit out of Hyperfy now, following proper protocol that I've been trying to give to people. See if I could drop the link in there too. Yep. Go there. Okay, so get out of Hyperfy, go to Substrata. If you're in all these things concurrently, your computer's probably going to explode. You can try and do lots of things on the phone, whether it will work or not, we will see. But I don't know, easy set and loaded for them. So give it a shot. Link. We're going to Substrata. So while I'm trying to get in there, I am going to precariously pass the mic to the TheBeatMiner, who can hopefully tell us a little bit about what's going on here. And I'll give you some context. TheBeatMiner slid into my DMs a long time ago with this car project, and then very recently, and I was like, well, shit, if you can, drive these things around, we should be too. So we got him in here. So, and that is where we're at. We're just doing it. So the TheBeatMiner, if you can unmute and give everybody some idea of what you've been working on here. And, this is, again, we haven't been in Substrata in quite a while. So maybe some idea of what your experience has been like in Substrata. As soon as I mentioned you to Steady was like, yeah, the TheBeatMiner is legit. We're going to hook them up with the parcel in Center Square. So talk to us, man. Tell us what's going on.
Yo, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it sounds great.
Nice. So let's start way back with the fact that I'm here in Substrata is because of Ben and Crypto Voxels as well. I was over there building, and I saw Substrata open up, and a couple of the OGs jumped in, and then I was there too. And they've been working together for a long time. And Ben's on his way back. I will tell you right now, it was number 2, and it's going to be larger than large. And this is really like a sister program. It's got a little bit different rendering going on, but it's similar in the vibe. And there's a lot of degens and OGs and just people doing different experimentation. One of my tricks has been that when I get tired of Ben or the thing is breaking or this and that, I come over here and build. And a lot of the models translate back and forth for me. And kind of the worlds. And so I'll come over and bother Nick until he's pissed off, and then I'll go back over and do more building over in Ben's world. And I really like these 2 worlds because they're multiplayer. So I go outside my door and I see other people's builds, or like right now people are doing crazy shit with the cars, and that's awesome. And Fabiano even had a boat up in the square. And by the way, a lot of the cars, any of the cars that are have more than one passenger, you can click E on it if someone's already driving and be their passenger. As far as this, Nick came up to me and asked me if I would help him with rigging a general car model. So he picked out the DeLorean, Back to the Future car, which is an awesome model and an awesome iconic meme car. It's just great. One of the perfect cars. So I spent a bunch of time in Blender with a program called Rig a Car, or an add-on, and a bunch of other stuff, and I puzzled through it, and we were able to come up with a rigging for that. And then I was able to go, well, why can't I just do other ones and have them just use that script? And so that's where we're at now. There's a bunch of stuff in the script that you can change, and there's tuning and tuning it up. Once you have your own cars, you can really like have your own little team and shop if you want. Looking for shapers to build us more cars, because basically what's going on right now is I'm getting cars off of Sketchfab and I don't really own them. They're all non-commercial release. But again, like there's I got an Escalade 4x4 and Lamborghinis, and those aren't released by those companies, so you can't really sell them. But eventually in the future there will be sellable vehicles. And I would say this same vehicle thing applies for flying machines and boats and stuff like that. So basically today we just dropped a bunch of models in, and this is the first time anyone's ever tried this with a bunch of things all at once. I think there's some read-dry issues. I think that the program sucks computers like you wouldn't believe. It's all kind of a new world. Everything's beta. I would not come in and buy any of these lands anywhere and expect to set up a big business and then be all snarky at the devs when it doesn't go your way, because it's just really early. So I'm not really selling anything. You can get to me and I'll help you out with your own models too. I plan on doing this for crypto voxels too. I've already crypto voxel automobiles into Substrata and rigged them, and they look crazy cool driving around in. And I know that we just got to get Ben up on rideable models. So I could unlock the F1s if we want and drive them around. There's also Lambos. I don't know. They're over by the beach. I don't know what people want. 4x4s to go up in the hills if you want. I'm open.
Yo, this is awesome, man. We got some questions coming through from the audience and everything. I got some questions myself too, but I'll let people drive around a little bit, and throw the mic over to Show to relay some of them for you. Sorry, I'm trying to like get in some cars while I'm talking here. Yo, Show, hit him with some questions, man.
Hey y'all, how's my audio?
Awesome.
Hey man, what's going on?
Good to hear from you, man.
Good. I mean, we were aware of Substrata as a platform for a little while now. In terms of places or products, it's always caught my eye. You know, I've never interacted with it before, so this is great that we're able to do this all together. We have a question from Brookhawk. He would like to know: is there a lot of people around in Substrata, or is it a ghost town?
Today is one of the first days that I've seen like this, and I think it's spectacular. And I personally think that that's what's needed, is a community reason for people to be here. Again, otherwise, it's somewhat similar to crypto voxels, where it's you know there's a lot of properties, and you may just kind of sit there with your own project. And I don't think that that's where we're at. It's similar to IRL. You can mill bump your sub shop, but if it's not in the right locale, no one comes to it, or it's just there's a reason it's already busy in the city, and we need to create that through things like this. I think that events and reasons to use these possibly to socialize. I think socialization is where it's all at. I think that will be its value.
That's awesome. We have another question from Brookhawk. He would like to know, how do you sell things like cars, for example, in Substrata? Is there a marketplace at all?
At the moment, no. I would suggest possibly what you could do is probably rig it and sell it on sketchfab.com, which would unfortunately be fiat. But no, I can make someone model and sell models and sell them to you. I don't own the script from. I own the rigging script, but I don't own the car script in Substrata per se. And I don't do shaping, so someone would have to either purchase shapes or get a shaper.
That's cool. In regards to this platform's accessibility, do you need a VR rig, or is it just a platform, or is it browser?
Strictly a platform. I never had a VR rig, and it's now actually starting to be web client friendly too. So you actually can just go to the web browser, and I'm not sure how far along that is yet. But yeah, it's just running on my computers, on my laptop, or I'm not sure if it runs on phones yet or tablets. That'd be something that just go into Discord and ask Nick, who's the developer, or Steady, or one of the mods there.
That's cool. What would that conversation look like? Well, actually, here's a better question. What would you want for Nick to incorporate into Substrata? What would you say is like the things that you need in order for you to keep doing what you need to do?
Tell you the truth, I know how to get anything I want out of Nick. And you just got to do it the right way. Like you go and ask them to rig car, blah, blah, blah. They ignore you. But then if you go and kind of like just start, I don't know, I just started building the car models and a bunch of models, and got a helicopter that can fly. I just started throwing shit at them. Same with Ben. I just started to build those and then put them up above my builds and then animate the propellers or have them fly. Or I built some big boats over there, which kind of probably freaked up Benji B failure back in the day. I think he was mad at me for having oversized models but eventually they kind of get an idea, or if they see enough, then you got to social it, and then if they see enough people really liking it, then they kind of want to do it too.
I wish I was that persuasive.
Well, it just comes from again, modeling and playing the game, and just doing voxels or Blender or something, and enjoying yourself and doing art and connecting up with people like Brookhart and just all the OGs of voxels, who are actually over here too. There's a ton of OGs over here. If you go around and look at some of the artwork, it's crazy.
Wait, I had a question. my question is semi-related to this and everything else. Yo, can you please spill literally all the alpha that you know about crypto voxels, like stat? I feel like we're all dancing around. Like, am I the only one who doesn't know what's going on here? That's sort of what it feels like. I need to know why we're suddenly hype on Ben again. Please spill all alpha. Paradox doesn't know either. We're all in the dark. This could be a question for Matt too, but all the alpha must be spilled. This is part of the protocol here.
Well, bottom line is he's bringing back Classic, which was just the way it used to look and used to be for building and everything. He's enhancing that from there too.
I don't know anything either, but the one thing, and we sort of talked about this on the pod that'll go out next week, but was talking with Cody and a few other folks, And like we've mentioned this a million times before, but like in addition to bringing back like the classic builder for CV, I think a huge change that needs to happen, and I think BeatMiner was alluding to this too, talking about just bringing up and increasing like density of participation from the social side of things. You got to combine the fucking islands to Origin City again. It has to be a single place, can't be fragmented. You get that density back. A couple other tweaks that should hopefully help on the monetization side for Ben, but like benefit and keep the core of the island or like Origin City together. Like for example, just letting folks build a little bit higher or dig a little bit deeper into their parcels and pay up for that is like the extent of the conversations with some notable individuals that we've had, and it's just getting Ben to agree to that. Is the it's not alpha, it's just like hopes and dreams that have absolutely no concrete basis in reality yet, but like we have to manifest that shit to make CryptoVoxels great again. Sorry to jump in.
You actually hit upon a prime point that I actually have always thought, which is the connectivity of different parcels and being able to connect with your neighbor and not just being isolated. And started over there in CryptoVoxels. I built a tram, airlift tram that went from Euro Tower down to Tokyo, and they actually had a land partners on both ends, and I was able to build both receiving stations with tram lines going off into nothingness, and then little cable cars that ride up and down, but they don't really actually connect. And I always wanted that to just be like a connectivity. And the other thing that I started to do over there was bug them with these big giant cruise ships. I wanted to build a cruise ship that went around from the different islands and did shopping cruises at Voxwalk, and then went over to Seoul, and then hit Tokyo, and they could do different even cruises, itineraries, and same with buses, but like buses driving around with itineraries that take you to different galleries and just stuff like you see in normal life, and we don't really have to. We stumble around in there, and it's just kind of jumbly. And it'd be really cool if I could go in there and take a whole world Europe cruise. You know what I mean? And we just really, or yeah, or surrealism 101 or whatever. Yeah. Also be approached with airships. So that would be basically back to rideable models that lots of people can get on, and possibly just have continuity like that, like real life. So even the cars here are kind of that. You can drive around to different people's properties and meet up with them. And cars are so iconic that I think that we all kind of have cars, or just, boats are nice and planes are nice, but oh yeah, I like that car. You know what I mean? And then it just complements what you're doing here and doing in these places. So I'm hoping to get Voxels doing that as well. And I think Ben's on a trip to do better with that, and possibly do model placement, with pre-made stuff, and yeah, connecting everybody up is a prime thing, really prime. You actually start to realize that. I realize that building these cars, not to babble on, but I'm building stuff, and then his ship off, who's a great user. He's like, "Oh, I want you to build me one," and turns out I'm in the USA. He's in Russia. One of the main guys that I just built the voxel cars from Seoul, Korea, and I don't really care where you're from. Let's race and let's connect. And sure enough, this is going way above and beyond what the outside box. This is the inner free world, in sort of way. We just got to kind of maybe keep working at it, inventing it, sticking it out like Brook Hawk. You just got to stick it out. Do something while it's slow.
I love that this has turned into like a community like mindshare slash like semi takeover of crypto voxels. If anyone else has anything to speak on this topic, or if someone mentioned Nick, I don't know if anyone from Substrata is in the audience that also wants to speak on anything that we're doing in the world. I'm just watching vehicles pile up, which I feel like is always exciting to see in any of these metaverses, because that's just such a nascent thing to be able to do that we've only really been able to do, in the past year or so. Anyone else in the audience want to speak on Substrata or CryptoVoxels at all? Otherwise, I think we should gather these vehicles in some way and have some sort of jank race. But I'll give people a chance to unmute if anyone wants to chime in here.
Just that it would be such an incredible, majestic reunification if we could get crypto voxels back to the good old days. And I agree that, things got too spread out. We need to bring it back to sort of the center where we can cruise around and check out dope art and have parties with music. And, oh man, super excited to hear there's some action on that front.
Rizzo, we probably need someone else to do the screen share because it's frozen for me. I can't load it, so.
Okay. I can probably screen share. I'm currently a passenger in Fabiano's car who's doing donuts, so I'm actually in a good position to screen share. Can we let's see how this goes. Can we give everyone a couple minutes and try and gather as many vehicles as possible at the McDonald's? And so like everyone get us something. I see boats. I see something just crashed into me and Fabiano. It's like a one-wheeler or something. But everyone get a vehicle, take it over to the McDonald's. It seems like the easiest landmark to find. I'm seeing people say that some of their screens are like 2 minutes behind what's actually going on in there, and they've like been logging in and seeing themselves doing things that they were before. So I think we really successfully broke it. And if not, if you're watching Fabiano driving, we're doing our best. So if you can't get in, check out my screen share. If you can get in, go to the McDonald's. Don't do what Fabiano and I are doing. We're currently stuck in a bush or something. So we're gonna get there, and oh wait, hang on. If you click the vehicle icon button middle, sometimes can summon vehicles. Okay. Oh, okay. So you got a vehicle button at the bottom. Summon a vehicle. Get over to the McDonald's, and I am just a passenger in Fabiano's car who's just getting wrecked by people, and we're gonna try something. The BeatMiner, if we can get people, yeah.
Can I unlock the F1s?
Hell yeah, dude.
There's all these F1s here they should be driving.
Oh, yeah, man. I wasn't sure if this was, because I saw some of them driving around. All right, yeah, man. Like, lead us, please, because I'm just getting run over here.
Directive Creator, he has one, and he's cloned a bunch of his, and they're driving around. And then I gave one of the Broadside Boys one. That's the yellow one. But let me unlock that whole garage right there, that whole stable of F1s. And there's also Lambos over there by the beach. I think I'm going to go unlock them too. So if someone doesn't want to drive an F1, they want to drive a Lambo, go ahead. And the Lambos, you can ride passenger as well. So I'm just going to unlock those right now. Not sure what's going to happen here.
Here, actually, I'll tell you what. Let's do it like this. Get in a BeatMiner car, and since this is complete chaos, I think we'll just do it. But also, Substrata is dope, and there's a lot of cool stuff to see. I saw like Wizard X building over there. Take one of these cars for a spin. See if you can find an OG out there in Substrata. Tag us at the WIP, tag the BeatMiner. See if you can tag an OG out there who's got a space out there. And I need a reason to send people prizes. So if y'all can do that and post that on X, Twitter's. Yo, BeatMiner, are you on Farcaster? I was trying to find you earlier.
No.
Okay, so keep it on Twitter for now, so you can tag the BeatMiner who has been giving us this deep dive. Drop these cars in. You can see Kane Mayfield's on some of these vehicles, Eclectic Methods. Like a lot of these are tagged up with shit from the fam. So yeah, take them for a spin. Dragonade, maybe you can give us like 5 minutes of driving music kind of thing to give people a chance to drive around, take some selfies. Tag BeatMiner, tag the WIP, tag an OG if you can find a cool spot with some OG artwork or something like that. But if not, take a cool picture, tag Substrata, tag some people. Make sure we see that shit, and at least give the BeatMiner some credit for helping us carve out this experience here today. And I'm gonna try and get in, since I'm screen sharing here, I'm gonna try and get in one of these cars and do this some justice so that people who are watching me aren't just watching my floating frog. And I'll zip around a little bit. So Dragonade, if we can get like 5 minutes of driving music, I'm gonna try and do this screen share justice, which is not my area of expertise, but fuck it, here we are. we broke the shit out of this. Good job, fam. I couldn't get into the F1 race cars. I know a lot of people couldn't. And that is not to say anything negative about anything. That is a testament to our awesomeness and the fact that we were doing so much stuff that we couldn't get the thing unlocked or whatever. It seemed like some people got them outright. I saw some of them driving around. Easy stole one. A few people got them. I'm just in the middle of this demolition derby going on in the center of this parcel, which figures you a fucking group of degenerates. Like, go around, take a bunch of scenic pictures, tags, emojis. Instead, everyone just grabs the vehicle, just starts crashing into each other in the middle. I fucking love y'all. I got a whole bunch of good shots of it too, and that's what I was doing. So no judgment. I just get to talk shit. Let's see. We need to get a group shot in here somewhere, probably in front of Steady Studios. It got all the F1 racers, and it's got the WIP logo and everything in there. So whether you're in a vehicle or flying around or whatever, get in front of the spot where all the F1 racers are, and we'll get a group shot going in here. TheBeatMiner, can you confirm that were you able to unlock this, or did we break it, or how did this go down over here?
They're all unlocked on my end here, and everything's out.
Oh, they're all unlocked?
Yeah, you should be able to jump into one. If you're really having trouble, maybe you want to re-hard start.
Oh yeah, I might need to re-hard start.
You should. You're kind of messing up, but I mean, it is basically a demo derby. I'm going to make demo derby cars, and we're going to have one of those too eventually in here. Also, 4x4s. We can assault the hills. There's multiple trails. Fastest to the top gets prizes and stuff like that. And then of course racing with these. I'd say, it's down the road. A lot of it's down the road. It's the first time. I was hoping Nick could be here to check it out.
This is fantastic, man, and it's been a really cool experience. We haven't had a field trip here in like quite a while, and when we did, it was much earlier on. So being able to explore this, and like you're saying, man, seeing the impact of a lot of people we know through the community in this space is real cool to see. We have Real Paradox in the house. Welcome, Real Paradox. We've had some terrible impersonations of you over the past few weeks, but you'll be happy to know we've been sticking to protocol. So I was going to try and corral people, but I am not a professional at all at this, and we have one. So we're going to play some theme music for Paradox and try and corral some sort of group shot in here. So if you're not in Substrata, now I'm going to drop the link in a second. We'll give people a chance to get in here, but try and at least hop in for the group shot here, and we'll do the thing.
Just a humble cameraman looking for a tiny bit of attention. It's me, Paradox. Get your asses in line and smile for the fucking camera. No one cares about Matthew and Rizzle, that's for sure. It's about me, Paradox. I'm taking over the show.
Alrighty, testing, 1, 2, 3. How am I sounding?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, excellent. Right, now this has felt like I don't know, like CV back in the day in terms of like the kind of a bit of a messy community. It's beautiful, right? It's kind of get me in the feels a little bit. All right, but in the spirit of that, let's go back to basics. So we're gonna do a group photo, and we'll see if things work and if everything breaks. But let's all gather kind of near where you spawn, as Rizzle said, next to Steady Studios. I'm just gonna paste in the chat the image of what the framing is gonna be. So I don't know if we can see anyone. I can see Rizzle, I can see TheBeatMiner, I can see Brookhawk. I can see Z Creative. So if everyone wants to come over to where all the cars are, the racing cars, Steady Studios, please. You'll see a WIP logo. Let's have a look. Ballistic Banana coming, Juxton, you're coming. I have no idea what the lag is like. So, yeah, we'll see. Let's give everyone sort of 20 more seconds and see how this goes. Right, I've got a few more people. Okay, Patrice is there, Fabio is there. Excellent, people are now starting to move over. Okay, last chance, Juxton. Anyone else? Cool. This is exactly how it used to go. We got so good at this. Right, okay. Right, last final chance for the group photo. If you'd like to join the group photo, come over to Steady Studios. No, I think there's real bad lag, so I'm going to take the picture. Guys, feel free to send your own pictures into the chat, and we'll put them into the file. All right, let's take a picture. Okay, I'm gonna do one more. Right, tell you what, try jumping. Jump, jump, jump. Press spacebar, let's see what the lag's like. I'm not, okay, I can see the creator jump in. Okay, so it's not too bad. All right, here we go. Last photo, gonna get a bit closer. There we go. Okay, just save that. Cool, I reckon that'll just about do. And, hey, thank you, Dragonite. Now, I happen to learn, I won't say, but next week's going to be an absolute banger of an event, so definitely come to the WIP next week. I think it's next week. Let me check the calendar. Yeah, it is. All right, cool. Until next week, Paradox out. Cheers, guys.
This is so good on like so many levels. Okay, a little bit of housekeeping stuff. Make sure that everybody signs the guest book so that you get the Rats and Race Cars from Fabiano. Right, like mad secrets being like alluded to and dropped today. So much of this was so good, and honestly, like Paradox is saying, very nostalgic. Easy's like invisible and trying to not be invisible, and people kept like disappearing, but like everybody's there, but you can't like really quite find anybody, but you know everybody's there. And everyone just went really into let's just try and break this as much as humanly possible mode, and I feel like that's really getting back to our roots, which we never really left anyway. We do have a great one lined up for you next week. If you are just getting in here or haven't been able to get in here, check it out. Pull the F1 racers out of the spot that we're at now. Take some pictures, tag the BeatMiner, tag the WIP so I can send you some shit. Make sure you sign the guest book so I have your ETH address so I can send you some shit. And check your OpenSea wallets if you've been hanging out with us, because we've been loading you up with awesome stuff. So one more link to the guest book. Big shout out to the BeatMiner for carving up this experience and these cars for us. And I think that's just about everything for this week. Another awesome one lined up for you next week. I know what it is, but in the spirit of like just saying things and leaving people hanging like everybody else has been doing, I won't say anything about it. And throw the mic back over to Matt for a cryptic way to wrap this thing up. Matt, anything else, dude?
Nothing cryptic. Let's just like fucking force Ben's hand. Like we need to do this for not just our sakes, but the sake of the space and the history that we have built and take part in. It's really important. Anyway, no cryptic messages. Let's just manifest what we all know needs to happen. We'll do it. Anyway, with that, let's get into the afties with show.
Wait, is this thing on? Yeah! Yeah!
It's time for the FTs.
Hot takes, opinions, thoughts. Let's go!
Yo, what's up, y'all? How's my audio? My
Yes.
team 5x5. All right, awesome. Hey, give me a moment because I'm just like brewing another cup of coffee, and there's like construction outside of my window and all kinds of random shit going on. So give me like a second. I'm not gonna be quiet. I'm just like narrating what's happening while I watch my Keurig like slow drip, a slow fucking drip of caffeinated cocaine. I don't do coke. Just it's all me energy. The screaming and yelling is not coke fueled. You see me in real life. It's all just me being myself. This is all curated chaos. All right. I got it. With fam, if you're brand new to this, just adjust your headphones, adjust your speakers. You're more than welcome to leave. You know, this is all hot takes and opinions from yours truly. It's not just some guy telling it like it is. It's all performance art and just tongue in cheek, slow drip comedy. With fam, what the fuck is up? What the fuck is up?
Got the helicopter coming in.
Yeah, thank you. Hey, do me a favor, mute your microphone. Mute your mic. I love you. Mute your microphone. I like shout out to the BeatMiner. You have to. Everyone gets initiated into how things are. This is the afties, all right. This is the fucking afties. I'm your host. Show you already know. If you don't know, you will know by the end of this long, bit-fueled, caffeine-fueled tirade brought to you by yours truly. I'm unhireable. My resume gets rejected all the time because it has to be formatted for AI to scan it, and then when it gets to human eyes, they don't even understand what the fuck they're even looking at. They're like, how are you able to analyze blockchain contracts and video edit and host and produce segments? And how does one person know how to do all that? How is that possible? Like, and you led things, and you were founder. How are you all this? How? Exactly, easy. And it's like, and then you tell them, and they're like, what? It seems untrue. It seems like you're full of shit. But then when you execute, oh boy, when you execute, if you saw my face, I gave you like the nudge, wink, wink. You execute, but yet you're not like wrapped up in a suit and tie, and you use filler words and all kinds of shit. When you're not the traditional, what they expect, like leadership and ability to look like. When you're not filler words as a lifestyle. Anyway, with fam, I'm gonna be honest, not much happened this week in terms of like crypto news, other than ETH fucking randomly shot up to 4,700. To be honest, I'm not reporting on ETH anymore because I was spun out. I told you, I every Thursday I came and told you how I slow bled. I got slow bled right before the rocket ship, so I was the sacrificial lamb for all your bags. So you're welcome. You know the old adage, if you've been in the crypto space, you know that we always say someone gets sacrificed, right? And because it's coincidental, somebody that you know and love, like something like either they sell their NFT for 0.01 and then the shit jumps up to 10 ETH, or like some random shit pops up to someone that you really fuck with, right? And it's like you lose bags. So I'm the one that you love, right? Or the one that you love to hate, or the one that you hate listen to, you hate watch, or whatever. And congratulations to your bags. I wish you well. Go with God and Godspeed and all that shit. But I'm thinking further. So this is the whole point of the Afties today. I'm thinking further. You know, I make predictions. And if you listen back to the Afties, if it's listenable, you know my microphone would be so loud and scratchy. It's really hard to listen back to the product. That's another reason why if I'm pitching segments, or if I'm pitching podcast concepts, they're like, oh dude, this is unlistenable. I'm like, I know I have content that is listenable. I have like full on like video content that you can actually listen to that isn't scratchy audio. That's my fault, by the way. Hold on, let me just say that's not a Dragonate issue. This is a me issue. Dragonate has nothing to do with this. Let me just preface this to say, all right, because people think like, oh wait, is he like, no, he's not producing what I'm doing right now. This is a me thing. Right, so shout out to my bro. He finally figured out how to create a GIF. He created a GIF, and now he doesn't know how to act.
Excuse me, bitch. I've been creating GIFs for years.
He just learned how to create a GIF 2 days ago, and
now I in fact figured out yesterday how to automate my GIF creation process, so I don't have to type so much shit.
Nah, yo, shout out to Nate, man. I love Nate. Nah, actually,
Love you
let me
too.
just say, let me just say that I love all the members of the WIP crew. You may not feel it sometimes, but I do, you know, and I see what everybody's doing. And I could also tell when people are keeping secrets, Matthew, like keeping secrets and shit. I can tell. I see it, and it's okay. Matthew, seriously, dude, keep me in the loop, please. Like, keep me like in the circle. No, for real, no, Matt. I can like see your face right now. Just keep me like, dude, keep me in the fucking loop, man. All right. Because if you keep me in the loop, then I'll keep you in the loop, right? How about that for a fucking secret, right? How about that? Right? We're a family. We're supposed to be a family. No, we're not. No. I know. See, I know what it is like when like you give things in piece. Like, what is it? Piecemeal. Like or when you give things in sections, but you don't give the whole pie. It's all good. No. Listen, like shout out to Matthew. I really love what he's doing. Just like for real, man. That shit is inspiring as fuck. Right. Just and anything Farcaster related in New York City next time for real. I am gonna be in the building. No. Same. Like, in terms of hunger, same. No, like literally and spiritually or whatever. No. But no, for real. Like I don't know whatever next networking event, I'm gonna be in the mix because that brings me to what I'm sharing on my screen. So click on me on what I'm sharing. You see how I like to like tie things together. It sounds like a lot of filler words, but it all makes sense in the long run. So click on what I'm sharing because there's some things I want to highlight. So I noticed that I've stopped using X. Has anyone else raise your hand with the hand emoji if you've like kind of like you spent less time utilizing X in order to get your voice out lately? I mean, like over the past 2 months, especially. Like I've noticed a shift in myself. I've noticed like because like I don't want to pay $8 for verification, and like I always get the notification when I post something, and I can tell that like if I post something and then they send that immediate like, hey, like you pay for the check mark and you'll get more visibility. I know that tweet most likely triggered their algorithm for it to get a lot of traction, but they limited it. They literally held it back, and they're telling me, no, we're holding it back unless you do this. I'm like, man, I don't want to pay to play. All right, I'm not paying to fucking play, okay? So I noticed that like I like Farcaster. I'm a little behind in terms of algo, and I get it. You know, it's humbling, but I like the potential of Farcaster. And I shifted away from X. The only thing I've been doing is like I've been really following soccer lately. So just know, like you're like, dude, what soccer? Why not like baseball? Why not? Like I'm into all sports. Just for the record, I'm into all sports. But there's like in terms of what football, soccer, football. I'm really into because it's fun. Like once you realize what's happening, like for real, it's the same thing like watching like an actual NFL football game. If you understand strategy and what the hell is happening, and you know like what's what, it's really engaging. You know, it's not as slow as baseball, but people think so because they're like, oh, they're passing shit back and forth. But anyway, I say all that to say, like, I've been posting on Forecast a lot. I've been posting a lot of like soccer game reviews and stuff, but I'm also just posting random shit just to trigger the algo, test our algo, and see what's going on. You know, I think that there's a lot of potential with Forecaster. I'm not the only one. The Base app, like I told you, Base. Jesse Pollock. I spell his name incorrectly, right? I spell it incorrectly. But it doesn't matter because everyone else knows it. Everyone else knows who he is. He saw the potential in Farcaster and decided to create a product that wraps Farcaster in the Base app. Having like I tend to look at things in terms of spectrum when it comes to product and people and things. Whatever you're weakest at, you're like, all right, like you could build it, but you could also acquire it too, right? Horizontal acquisition. You know, you can do that too. This is more like they circled the wagons and they held Farcaster at gunpoint, but with like paychecks. I think this is what I think. I think that DWR and Jesse had a convo, and like some kind of revenue share. I'm just strategizing, right? I'm not strategizing. I'm imagining the strategy here because to me it doesn't feel like a partnership. It feels more like Base is some kind of parasitic fucking insect that's like draining the life's blood of Farcaster. The only positive I see from Farcaster from this business thing is more visibility and easier onboarding rails because Coinbase be onboarding normies like a motherfucker. They have so many centralized exchange inactive wallets just from normies just opening it for the first time. By them trying to shift it into an app, like I think that even if the empty wallets stay empty in this inactivity, I think that they benefit from a small percentage of people who actually get funneled into the app and have them there. And then even smaller percentage of people who remain and are active. This is the name of the game when it comes to retention. I think that if they focus on numbers too much, focusing on numbers, I'm just gonna say in general, overall, focusing on numbers is a loser's game. Your game shouldn't be about numbers. Your game should not be about numbers. Think of it in terms of a cult. All you need is one person who believes and puts whatever philosophy you have going on into applicable practice. The information needs to be applied. You need to be able to apply the information. That's what I think. I could be wrong, but anytime you try to base shit off of numbers, you're setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up for failure. You don't want to set yourself up in anything for failure. You want a brand new slate, and you want to see things from another perspective. When social media managers say, "Hey, I need a oh God, what the fuck was the term? Oh God, like the fucking report. I was gonna say KOL report. God, there's a fucking report." And like they ask for it, and I used to hate this shit because it's like you have to like argue the reason why. Oh, there's been a dip in this engagement, but then there's a spike in this, and then it's like, well, why are your numbers the same as it was 6 months ago? It's like, thank you, Juxton. The KPI, when you make a shift in strategy at any time, you have to already expect there's either going to be a lack of interest, there's going to be a little buffer period with people understanding what's happening. They need to understand the product, so you need to re-educate the cult on what the product is in order for you to move forward. Anytime you make a shift, it's a human thing. There needs to be a time for people to understand. Not everybody is intelligent. Not everyone is as smart as you. You gotta walk people along. You gotta hold their hand. So with the base app, what Jesse's been doing is like, instead of just walking people along, he wanted to use power users who are already walked within the Farcaster app. And then by taking the things that they already do on Farcaster and moving it to the base app, this is so fucking genius. The fact that they let this happen too is shocking to me. This is shocking, but I get it. I'm trying to see this from a different perspective, not like a us versus them kind of thing. It's more like let's just synergize, dude. Let's just synergize. Let's synergize, man. But this is a Web 2 company masquerading as a Web 3 company, so synergy doesn't make sense to them. Synergy doesn't make. I don't understand how synergy makes sense. I don't understand. I don't know if my mic is still okay. Ooh, I was like, what? But synergy. I don't know about synergy, man. I don't know about synergy. But base app has been stealing flywheels. We see you stealing flywheels in order to add value prop. Add to the value prop of your app going into the next quarter. We see it. I'm stealing jargon. Base app, we see you. But it's okay. That's why I keep letting this little video like loop over and over and over again. I don't need a centralized. I don't need your centralized app when I can have the Farcaster app and it's decentralized. You know who else did this too? Privy. I'm not showing it on the screen, but if you heard of Privy was kind of like how Plaid used to be and Stripe, where like you have the wallet, but then you think you need security, so it's a third partier. It's a middleman trying to protect you from like yourself and other things. But but Privy too. It's like what? Privy, I think they launched something where basically you're giving up your control again, and then they want to manage your control. You know, Easy, it's funny that you mentioned that. It's funny that you mentioned that because guess what else I had up already? I didn't even type this in. Look at this. Look at what I'm sharing. So, I noticed that it's been like a war. There's been like this war of like, and I love it because I'm like, oh shit, the builders are out. The builders are fucking doing shit. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Zora rebranding itself. You know what I like though? Zora saw what Super Rare didn't see, what Maker's Place didn't see, what Async Art didn't see. Who else? What Known Origin didn't see. They were like, hey man, get with the times. Without royalties being given to artists, there's no reason for an artist to use your platform. And then if an artist doesn't create artwork to sell on your platform, you can't get a percentage. So that means that you can't keep your doors open. Hello? Flywheels? Hello? If you're keeping your doors open off a percentage, off of sales as a marketplace, but yet you took away the chief incentive for artists to even stay on your shit. Hell, of course you're gonna tank. So Zora was like the one that got it. They were like, hey, we see something. What they saw was the death of the social token. Follow me here. Social tokens were on fire. I know because I had one. I know because I've assisted in innovating what you could do with the social token. Oh, that's another thing I can't put on the resume. You know why? Because motherfuckers don't even understand what that even means. And they're like, oh shit, you can do that? You did that? Oh shit. And L2 stole your project's name because you didn't copyright or trademark it because they thought, oh, what the fuck is this? Oh, that's a cool name. This guy isn't doing anything with it. I'm just gonna take it. Because I'm a capital hedge fund. That's a lesson learned. But social tokens dying, and then people saying, the biggest issue with social tokens was this, and this, but yet these people didn't have social tokens, so they didn't really understand what you could do, the power of having a social token. But they understand meme coins, I guess, right? But so Zora was like, hey, I got an idea. Bringing value back to the artist, right? Bringing value back to the creator. Why don't you monetize yourself? But this has happened before. I forgot what that project was. What was the name of the project where you had coins as yourself? That it wasn't a social token. You basically took out coins for yourself. Friendtech, right? But Friendtech failed for a lot of reasons. I'm not even going to fucking get into that. And I know who created it. And I know I got a secret DM from the creators before the shit even popped off. Here's some little alpha for you. I can't put this on a resume either in terms of influence. Got a little secret DM. They're like, yo, listen, like nudge, nudge, wink, wink. If you get a part of this, right, if you start yours, I'm pretty sure that we can make some things happen. I was like, dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. Because in this space, everything is like, I don't know, man, until you know, right? But anyway, shout out to the creators of Friendtech. You know, like, oh, they're not here, but anyway, Zora said, hey, you know what's missing? Creators making money off of being creators. Like, hello, that's the whole point. Create for us, but don't get anything for it. Huh? Stop. We're not hobbyists. The whole point of this shit is that money is in your face first and foremost. This is not hobbyism. That's what's missing. If you take that away, what the fuck is the point? Because you can do this anywhere. You can do this on your own. That's what make that. It's like, yo, you're at the poker table. You see all the chips. You see the value. Like, hey, if I play this game, better yet, you play this game, and then there's also some shit like, hey, man, you know you can get paid to play this game in addition to making more by winning the game. But it's like, hey, no, we're not gonna pay you for playing a game. And also, by the way, in terms of your chips, we're gonna limit the amount of chips. We're limiting the amount, but also, we want you to pay us to sit at the table. You want me to, so Super Rare, you want me to pay at sitting at the table, but then there's no incentive, and then also you're limiting the amount of chips I can make, Super Rare, known origin, Maker's Place. I can take my chips and go to another table. How about I get some hammers, some nails, and some pine wood, and I make my own table? How about I make my own table? Huh? Are you following me? Are y'all following me? Shout out to everybody who loved the voice channel. I told you, man. I told you. I'm not for everyone. That's the point. I'm not for everyone. So, Zora doing creator coins and having the whole Y2K aesthetic that seems to be appealing to Gen Z and Gen Alpha. I'm like, man, this is a social media marketing, digital creative person's nightmare. It's a nightmare because that was the shit that they hated. When you come with that aesthetic 10 years ago, they're like, oh God, this is fucking gross. What are you doing? Why are you so antiquated? But now they do the shit and like, oh, this is so cool. It's so Matrix. It's so Matrix coded. It's so MTV TRO coded. That's an old reference, but that's the point. It's appealing now, and it's working. It's appealing and it's working, and I get it. The base app feels that it's appealing too. This is a generation, I mean, not generation, because I feel like this is all eras now. 2025, I feel like in terms of creativity and style, I think there's a big lack of style. I think there's a lot of contradictions too in terms of just use case usability. There's just a lot of things that, like, I think people have spun themselves in the fucking flywheel and have spun their brains, so now they don't even know what's even working or what anything is anymore. And it's okay, I guess. It's okay. I'm not here to judge. It's okay. Right? I guess it's okay. But whatever Zora's doing, it's working. It's working. I'm just this is how it makes sense, right? This is their thing. This is the loop. This is the value prop. Oh God, why is Twitter taking so long to populate? See, this is why I don't use you, Twitter. My computer's strong as shit. But why are you psyched? Okay, there we go. Yeah, so this is how it works, and I get this. You know, like, so if you show this in a board meeting, do you know how many people don't understand this? The only way you get this forward is if, like, you have influence at the table. So people get swept up in the influence. They're like, I don't know what this is, but just do it, right? I hate convincing people. I don't know what this is, but do it. But then it's like, there's so much value in this, and I understand it, and I'm like, I see where you're coming from. I see what this is. And where presentations, I don't know what this is, but do it. I don't know what this is. I keep repeating that because that gets shit further along. That gets things further along. With them, I'm predicting the future. So we're going into September. I hate these months because you get seasonal depression. I hate these months a lot. The back-to-back holidays thing, I hate it for a lot of reasons. Both in worlds, you gotta be social. And I hate that shit. You gotta make like phone calls and shit and whatever.
but also like it's a time where consumerism is at its height. This is where people strategize. It's a social media manager, direct digital content marketer. It's a creative director's dream because it's like it's laid out for you how to push your product. It's literally laid out. You have your content calendar. You target those holidays. Then you switch up the iconography, switch up the verbiage, and then you shoot for the next holiday, which is conveniently at the end of each fucking month. Like, it's set up for you. The only thing that's out of whack with the end of the month Rosh Hashanah. But Rosh Hashanah is at the end of the month. But what about is it Purim? It's Purim then Rosh Hashanah, right? So anyway, so you target that shit. You target that like it's at the end of the month, and then festive. See, like it's there's that like then you can fucking have a 3-pronged monster in December because you got Hanukkah and Kwanzaa, and you target for all that shit. Oh, but then on a creative director application for OpenSea, they're like, yeah, so like describe how you're gonna use AI tools in order to create some artwork for us in order for us to be appealing. I applied for the creative director position at OpenSea, and I think I said this last week, and I told them I want to talk to Hollander and I want to talk to Finzer. I want to talk to you. But I wasn't like yelling at them. I was like, hey, this is what I can do for you. And they denied my application. I applied for the DeFi specialist position at Ethereum Foundation. I haven't heard back, but I have a plan to DM the guy because he was on Farcaster the other day. I was going to DM him and say, hey, man, I think you need me. And I could just assume what the response will be, and it's okay. I'm gonna make you eat your words. I'm mark my words. I'm gonna make them eat their words. I'm gonna pull a Zora on Super Rare and Maker's Place and Known Origin. Mark my words, y'all. Mark my words. You heard it here first. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming to this edition of the After. Shout out to the entire leadership team at meme.com. Shout out to the WIP crew. You know I love each and every single one of you. I love each and every single one of you. Stop. I love you a lot. Okay? And then WIP fam. With fam, I make it. Oh yeah, shit! I didn't even make the prediction. Okay, wait, sorry. Let me just make the prediction. Let me make before I close it out. Let me just make the prediction. Going in the next 4 months, this is the play. This is the play. Ethereum is probably gonna clear its ATH, right? I think that's gonna happen. It's probably gonna happen in November because that's where it's always, or maybe sooner. Actually, it may be sooner than that, but target by November, if not December, because that's where the run-ups always happen. So that's the deal. That's one prediction. The other prediction is that Base App is gonna catch some eyes, some commercialize. It's gonna blow up. Zora is gonna have its first millionaire, or maybe a thousandaire, 100,000. I'll say half a millionaire from Creator Token. That's gonna be a thing. Yeah, shocking prediction. If not that, actually, wait, I'm on the fence on that. It's 50-50 possible, but they could fuck it up. So that's just my prediction. That's my prediction. Zoinair. Yeah. What else? Farcaster is gonna have some significant growth. It's gonna have another onboarding spike. I'm predicting that. I predict that. That's the thing too. And there's probably going to be a project, just a massive project that launches that we don't know about, something, whatever that we don't know about. So probably from some like Andreessen Horowitz backed fucking thing that's going to launch too. We saw Base App coming slowly, similar vein, probably going to be that. Right, that's my prediction too. Something will pop off. You know. I mean, I don't know about all that shit, BB. Yo, BB. By the way, well, BB as in ballistic banana. By the way, I know that I had to like offload my cyber broker the other night. That sucked. But I'm just all in on drifters, so that's why I had to do what I had to do. I'm all in on drifters. I still have multiple drifters, so that's the play. You know, I will always plan. I may possibly buy my cyber broker back in the future. In the meantime, drifter, right? Check your wallets for your drifter airdrops that Riz always hooks you up with, y'all. You can always just get your drifter and then minute drifter and do drifter things. Shout out to cyber brokers. You know I love you. That wasn't like some lack of faith that I offloaded. It was more a matter of I want to lean fully into drifters because that's the new era, and that's most likely where the attention will go if they spin things back up first. So that was just my play. But I just predict something coming. I don't know, like a project, big project from venture capitalists, because they're always trying to hire shit. And I saw like you always see like these big brands. They're always trying to hire for these positions. I'm like, that means they're tooling up for something. Oh shit! Oh really? Okay. No. If anything, I'm buying back my original. But Easy, you know I love you. And shout out to Easy's content. You guys should follow Easy's content on Farcaster. His walking content, his science content, just like Easy's vertical video content is shit. Just to support the bro. I love him. And y'all, thank you so much. Much love. I'll see you later. All right. See you. Goodbye.
While shooting this, for everyone to go and purchase this. For happy sunshine, mashed potatoes. I want chicken, cheese. Yes, oh cheese, cheese, this is awesome, awesome. Sweet dreams are made of cheese. Pizza's good too. I like where this is going, yeah. Fuck yes, cheese. Kill the audio bombs with fire. Death to audio problems. Lactose intolerant people, I am so sorry. Give me that check. Give me that check. I got carried away. We all love a good token smart song. Cheddar, blue cheese. Better Way says cheese emoji. Rendon has cheese. Token smart with extra cheese. Death to audio problems. Death to audio problems. Cheddar is better. One more apple a day. Cheese is life. Fuck yes, oh death to audio problems. Death to audio problems. Death to audio, a gift of cheddar cheese. Audio problems don't deserve to live. To emoji with the tongue sticking out. And Mentalaire and Gruyere, that almost rhymes. Cheddar is money given now. Spend some of your cheddar on that, please. Rizzle says death to audio problems. Rizzle says death to audio. Rizzle says death to audio problems. Rizzle says death to audio. Lots of gifts of cheesy things, all up in the Discord of Token Smart. Oh, lots of gifts of cheesy things. Cat with heart eyes, clap, clap, clap. Cheese steak, cookies, hi, cheese is the best. Gifts of cats with cheese on their faces, death, death, death. The only thing we love more than cheese is gifts. The only thing is fondue. Rizzle says death to audio problems. Rizzle says death to audio milk. Cheese is dying. Audio problems. Cheese is dying. Oh yeah. Yay. The little kitten says LOL. And Elmo's on fire, and Ernie's got condoms on his ears, so fire, so fire. Death to audio, death to audio, LMAO. Give me cheese, oh give me death to audio, death to audio. Vibe check. Vibe check, death to high ping. I want some lemonade, make cheese great again. Condoms on the ears, that's what it looked like to me. Oh, death to audio problems, to audio, death to audio problems, to audio. I'm vibing, make cheese lemonade. When life gives you rotten cheese, you make cheese lemonade. So much cheese and some sriracha, some cheese and some sriracha. Me vibing big time when Rizzle coins. You make nachos, you make nachos. Love the song so dope, stuff that cheese in your face. Stuff that cheese in your face with jalapeno. With jalapeno. In your face, cheese whiz. Pickles, yes, cheese whiz. In your face, I said death to audio, to audio, oh death to audio, to audio, oh death to audio, to audio. That's it. Oh my lord. Whew. I have to turn on the fan.